patterns every time. We don't know exactly when or how long it's going to take to get there, but 9 times, actually 10 times out of 10, it does go in a specific pattern. The next slide I want to talk about is the trading schedule. So in an earlier slide, we were talking about how the foreign exchange market is 24/5, and that's because everybody deserves a break on the weekends. So the schedule is Sunday evening starting from 5 p.m. and then it leads into all the way to Friday evening around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So the first line up here at the top is the Sydney session, and that starts at 4 p.m. and it goes all the way until 1 o'clock in the morning. Next, we have the Tokyo session, which starts at 7 p.m. and this is all Eastern time as well, and it ends at 4 a.m. It is overlapped by the London session, which I love trading London. And London starts at 2 a.m. and ends at around 10 or 11 a.m. And then that is overlapped by the New York session, which starts at 7 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m. All of these sessions overlap each other at specific times. So the most active the market would be between around 7 to noon, which is when London and New York are open at the same time, around between 2 and 4, which is when Tokyo and London are open at the same time. And then kind of overnight, Sydney and Tokyo being open at the same time is like, but especially like during the middle of the week, that's when it gets like really pumping. So it is really kind of like important to trade at those times because there is a lot of movement and you can make a lot of money during those movements. Okay. So the last thing I do want to talk about is NFP week. Okay. And that is the first week of every month. It stands for non-farm payroll. And like I said, it's the first week of each month. It's the most important economic event of the industry. During NFP week, the Department of Labor releases statistics regarding all labor workers that are not farm workers, also excluding nonprofits and private households. These statistics greatly affect the US dollar, gold, any other stock market indices like US 30 that I trade, and share prices. So if you can see on the chart, you see that long candle right there? It doesn't even matter what time frame that is. That's probably a lot of pips. And a lot of the times that is 100 pip move happening like that in the span of 5 minutes. Making that much money, like that is sexy as fuck. Okay? So I will say that most novice traders and even some intermediate to like expert traders do avoid NFP week because that's not something that they either started off trading or necessarily understanding. But a lot of people don't trade news, and I like to because I'm risky, but it is what it is. I also did not get a chance to talk about market psychology in my intro, but I will talk about it now. So again, most novice traders do not like trading news and especially don't like trading NFP week because of the volatility. And it's super, super, super easy for you to blow an account in NFP week. I have done it before, but I got back on the horse and I made a lot of money following month. Again, any major news event causes the market to be more volatile and can cause 100 pip movements in a matter of 5 minutes. Again, a pip does not mean a dollar. It really depends on what you're trading, but 100 pip movement could be between $10,000, $50. Like it really depends on your leverage, but also it depends on the pair that you're trading as well. So that is just, NFP week is a very exciting week for me all the time, every week, or I'm sorry, every month. So I want to kind of segue back into market psychology. And I wanted to originally start the video off with talking about market psychology and just your mindset overall when it comes to trading. First and foremost, you definitely do not want to be in a state of anxiety or fear, or you don't really know what you're doing, but you're just going to risk it. 9 times out of 10, it does not go your way because you're not really paying attention to what's really going on. Okay? So, what's really important for me personally, I have to clear my mind. I have to clear my space. I have to clear, everything before I can sit down and pay attention to what I'm doing. Not necessarily just like the fact that I need to like be cooped up in an office or something like that. It's just clearing out all the extra noise and distractions so you can pay attention to what it is you're doing, paying attention to your analysis, trusting yourself, because we all deserve to get to a point where we can trust ourselves, and also paying attention to that trade. Okay? So when you get good enough at having or understanding what your analysis is and how you want to trade that, you have to trust that it's going to go where you said it's going to go because your analysis was on point. And there's no reason for you to be in that trade if you are not understanding your analysis or if you're questioning your analysis. I did want to touch a little bit more on market psychology. I have my crystals. I have my Mama Earth. I have, my stuff that I need to keep me, at peace and not in a state of fear or just not trusting myself, which is very, very important when you're trading Forex. Not necessarily having to be spiritual, but it's about trusting yourself, okay? You have to trust your analysis. If you're going off of these patterns like you're supposed to, and if you are paying attention to what's going on in the market, and if you're paying attention to the news and everything, it most definitely is going to go in your direction, and you just have to trust it and let it do what it do. All right, the safest thing to do is to trade with a stop loss and a take profit, so you're not worried about losing too much money or the trade going in the direction that it's supposed to go in and not exiting when you want it to exit. That is crucial, okay? Especially for beginning traders. I have had my days where I hop into a trade naked and I shouldn't have, and I will not be teaching and sharing my bad habits, okay? I will be telling you exactly what you should be doing and what you're supposed to be doing, okay? I will not pass on my bad habits. I promise. Pinky promise.
Okay guys, so I am going to show you how to download and add MT4 to an iPad or a tablet. Since they added MT4 back into the App Store, we can just go straight to the App Store and search for it. You can type in MetaTrader 4 or you can just type in MT4 and it'll lead you right here. You also have the option to download MT5 and I can show you that another time if you guys need it. So we're going to download MetaTrader 4. Okay. When it opens, it has you accept these terms and conditions, and then also it gives you the option to open a demo account, and we're going to go ahead and do that. And it automatically gives you $100,000 of play money, and I'm going to walk you guys through MT4 to just give you a tour. Okay, so at the top left, there's a little person here, and this is your account. So if you do have another account that you would like to add into this account, or into this app, you can open a new demo account or you can log into an existing account. And in this option, you have to choose from a different, it lets you choose from the broker. So for example, I do have another account that I can log into. Let's go ahead and give that a shot while the market is still closed. Let's see. So let's just look up the different brokers. Okay, so it gives you different options, whether you have another demo account or a real account. It'll look something like this. Okay. So this next button here is the list of pairs that you can trade on this demo account. It gives you the option to look at the advanced. This is not so much advanced, but it shows you the spreads for each account, and I would recommend looking at that while you're a beginner so you can understand what spreads are. This option right here is to show you how to put in a trade. So let's say you get a signal from a chat and you need to copy and paste it. A lot of the times, like if you put in a buy limit, it'll tell you where to put your price, where to put your stop loss, and your take profit. So that is where you would copy and paste that into there and then place that order. This button right here allows you to look at where price is. So if you want to go to a specific price point, it shows you in the black what number that is. Okay, to get rid of it, you just press it again. This next button down here is for your candlesticks. So you can change a lot of different things in here. Depends on what is best for you as a trader and what you are learning, honestly. Okay, so you want to do the ask price line every time because like I was showing you here where it says the spread, if you zoom in to where price is currently sitting, it'll show you two different price points. Okay, so you want to have that there so you can see the spread on the chart. So for instance, we're going to go to GBP USD. Okay, and we're going to go to the M1. All right, so you see how wide the spread is here for GBP USD. It's actually a pretty low spread. It's only 8. 36, 35, and this one right here is actually 105. So you can see that it kind of has whole candlesticks in here. So we're going to go to a higher time frame just so you can get a little bit more information. You see how the price is in the middle of this candlestick, and this is a 4-hour candle. So let's say you were getting into this trade for a sell. You would enter where the price is blue, and then you would be exited out of that trade after the red line crosses your take profit. So because that spread is so high, and spreads are floating, honestly, they change depending on what's going on. But with that spread being so high, it could honestly technically touch where your take profit is or your stop loss and not close out because of the spread being so high. Both lines have to cross that specific price point. So that's a little history on the spreads. This next button here, the fancy little F, is for your indicators. You can add indicators into your main chart here where all the candlesticks are, and then the indicator window 1 is this part right down here where it says RSI, and you can make this a little bit smaller so you can see more of your chart, or make it bigger if you'd like, or get rid of it altogether. This next button here is where you can add in objects. So if you want to look at trend lines, if you want to put in support and resistance, it gives you the lines to be able to do that on your tablet. And this button right here where it says H4, these are the different time frames that are available on MT4 from the 1 minute all the way to the month. And then this window down here at the bottom, it shows you where you have trades, and since this is a brand new account, it has no trades in here currently and no history other than starting the account right there. Okay, so also on history, you can click the calendar and you can pick a specific time that you would like to look at and go over. When you go back to the trade, this little plus sign right here also lets you put in your trade that way instead of going all the way over here, picking something and then doing it that way. Okay, so this just makes it a little bit quicker. So we will be going over how to mark up a chart in another video, and also going over how to set up a account with a broker and linking it to this MT4 account at a later date. All right. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.